Hello everyone, and welcome to Faith and Yoga at St. Bartholomew's. My name's Dixie and I'm here with Aaron Porter and my husband Fred. And today we're going to talk about using some spices in your daily life and how to incorporate it in and learning some of the health benefits of them. I know when I have the month of September come around, you can't help but think of pumpkin spice coffees, muffins, apple cider, the fruit of the fall, the pears and the apples, and the special veggies that come around this time of year. Well, I'm highlighting two important spices this week, turmeric and ginger. I always buy the organic spices. They might cost just a few pennies more, but it's worth it because some of the regular spices may contain heavy metals that over a period of time with regular use could cause some damage. So if you're able, always buy organic spices. These are two of my favorite that I use on a regular basis, this brand. And they are available locally here in the Hanover area at most of the grocery stores. So the turmeric is a bright gold color, and the ground ginger is more of a pale yellow. I'm going to talk about turmeric first. I use turmeric in almost everything that I cook, right down to my smoothie on the days that I have a smoothie in the morning. And you can use up to a quarter teaspoon of turmeric safely every day. Using spices, like anything else, you want to do it with moderation. You don't want to overdo it. But turmeric has trace elements of manganese, iron, copper, potassium, and B vitamins. So you get a little bit of an extra kick with your vitamins when you use the turmeric too. And turmeric is also a satire spice, which before I started learning more about turmeric, I didn't know what that word meant. What that means, satire spice, is one which means it adds flavor and medicinal action to meals without making them over spicy. And like I said, like moderation, everything is the key. Some of the health benefits of turmeric are it improves digestion, it helps reduce gas and eases the digestive process, it increases your cardiovascular health, and the way it does that, it decreases the inflammation in your body. And it works by blocking an enzyme that causes pain and inflammation. And it also can help to prevent certain cancers. It's used to make the body more flexible. It also helps to detoxify your body from the fats and some of the other chemicals that we eat that might not be so healthy for us. And there have been studies that are linked that it helps prevent the onset of Alzheimer's disease. Turmeric is native to India. The plant is used as a root, and the Latin word is terra merita, which refers to that bright gold, yellow, orange pigment. And of course it's found in the earth. And it was used as far back in ancient Greece. And turmeric is best used and absorbed by the body when you add a little bit of fresh ground pepper to it. And now our spice, ginger. Ginger is a root that has a long history of use for digestion. It helps reduce nausea. It can help fight flu and the common cold. Ginger can be used fresh, dried, powder, or as an oil and juice. This week when I did a little bit of grocery shopping, I actually saw ginger shots and turmeric shots in the produce aisle at Aldi where they have the cold things. Never saw that in the store before. But gingerol is the bioactive compound in ginger, and it's responsible for its medicinal properties, which are also an anti-inflammatory and an antioxidant. And ginger is one of the very few superfoods that is actually worthy of the term superfood. With fall coming, there is a tea. Now I'm not promoting Lipton, I'm just saying Lipton makes a tea that has turmeric and ginger and orange in it, and it's caffeine free. I also got this at the local Giant. And this tea is very good if you add some almond milk and some honey to it. With the cooler weather hopefully coming, this will be a nice soothe. And it's described as sending the soothing herbal tea with the glow of turmeric. So maybe you want to find some of this if you think you'd like to give it a try. It's a nice tea to have, and when you mix it with almond milk and a little bit of honey, it's really relaxing. And the fact that last week we talked about caffeine, but you know there are times when you don't want caffeine, and it's caffeine free. As far as essential oils today, going along with our spice theme, I'm going to use a thieves oil that has a lot of the properties of cloves and cinnamon and nutmeg in it. So we're going to use just a little bit of that, just to put us in the mood for fall and the scent. Pass it on here. So just a drop and rub it in your hands, and then breathe in that scent. Okay, so thanks for listening about the spices and ginger and turmeric and thieves essential oil. I think they can make a nice little difference in your life and enjoying the fall season and making the most out of the time that we have, and maybe promoting health and well-being as well. So that all being said, let's get started with our yoga practice. Today we're going to have poses that have a lot of twists to them. And also that helps to detoxify the organs. So you might feel after this practice that you may need to use the bathroom more. And I think it would probably be a very good idea to drink a little extra water today. So we're going to start in a standing position, kind of like a mountain pose. Feet hip distance apart. And let's put our hands to heart center. And take a nice breath in. And exhale a little longer than the inhale. Chin comes to chest. Next inhale, think about an intention of you would like to set today. Ask yourself, what do I need right now? What do I need? Do you need to express gratitude to people that help you in your daily life and work? Do you need to rely on God more than you rely on yourself? Do you need to find some peaceful time? But just take a moment and set your intention. Take another breath in. And exhale out. Chin comes to chest. We'll start with our arms today. Let's do an inhalation. Arms come up overhead. Palms meet. Exhale. Bring hands to center. Let's get started with our twist. Let's do a gentle turn to the right. Back to center. And to the left. Into center. Let hands go up again with an inhalation. Palms of the hands meet. Gentle back bend. Let your head go back with a back bend. Just a gentle one. Returning to center. And bend at the waist for a forward fold. Slowly let those vertebrae come down. And let your hands separate and come to either side of your feet here. Head hangs heavy. A gentle traction on the neck. Take a breath in here. And on the exhale, see if you can let yourself relax even more. Your fingertips have touched the floor or your mat or the grass. Let's do some loose arm circles. Moving to the left. Very loose. moving to the right. Returning to stillness. Another breath in and out. And slowly and deliberately let yourself rise up one vertebrae at a time. Good. Draw back up to center again. Let yourself do another deep cleansing breath in. And blow out, hands to heart center. Another twist to the left this time. A little deeper than before. To center. And to the right. Back to center. And we'll meet together on the mat in an easy seated position. Always good to check your position, even in the easy seated. You want to make sure that your spine is as nice and straight as possible for you. And the easy seated position, it's different from everybody. My easy seated position is different from Fred's, and Aaron's is different from Fred's, and from mine also. But this is what my easy seated position is like for me. And let your hands come down over your knees. Head is straight, crown of the head up. And just taking a minute again to think about an intention. An intention for this coming season of autumn. Another deep breath in through the nose. And breathe out. Chin comes to chest. Let's give those eyes a gentle close if you're comfortable with that. Then softly the eyelids meet and just have a soft close. Let your shoulders relax, spine straight. And gently open up those eyes. Let them take a gaze up to the right corner of your room, to the ceiling, and then taking a diagonal glance down to the left corner of the room. And back to center, up to the upper left corner of the room, and down to the right corner of the room. And let's put our arms out in front of us, soft palms. We're just going to go palms up, fists up and down. We'll do 4. Now some circles to the right. And then reverse. Put hands open, palms, with an up and a down. Good. And let's just take a gentle pull back of the fingers and relax. And the other side. Good. Hands return down. And once again, we're just going to look to the right. Maybe a little farther, see if we can see around that shoulder. Return to center and to the left. And let's work our shoulders a little bit with shoulder shrugs up toward the ears and down. Do 4 of them. And then we'll do some rotation back with our shoulders and forward. Put your arms up by the side. Bring them across your chest with an embrace. Please take them back as far as comfortable. And reverse. And one more time on each side. And then back to the easy seated position. The next pose we're going to do, we're going to come and turn to a staff pose. So you want to have your feet out in front of you, legs are long, feet are flexed. If you need to give your hips a little rest, you can do that. But arms go up. We're going to bend at the waist and come down towards our toes. Exhale, going down. And hold just for a moment. Inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, bend at the waist, hands toward the toes. I bet you can reach farther this time. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, bend at the waist, forward fold. Inhale, last time up. Big exhale. Stretch as far as you can. Good job. We're going to just get ourselves ready for a little bit of a twist. So just put your right hand back and your left hand over and just look over that shoulder and what is over that shoulder, that right shoulder. Return again to center. And then walk on the other side. Okay, we're going to prepare for Lord of the Fishes. So you want to bring the right knee into a bend. And you want your posture that your back is straight, head is toward the ceiling. Now take this right leg and cross it over your left knee, keeping your spine straight. Your right hand is going to come behind you. You're going to look over, and your left hand is going to come alongside your knee here, with hand up like you're waving to someone, with a look over your shoulder. It's a pretty good deep bend. Remember to breathe in and out. We'll hold for 2 more breaths. And let yourself gently unwind. Let's do one more inhalation up and a forward fold. Lift those feet. And come back up. The left knee bends, crosses over the right leg. This time, left hand comes out behind, right arm comes over in front of that left knee. Gaze looks towards the left. Hand is splayed open, like you're waving to someone. Two more breaths. And then gently unwind. Next up is puppy pose, and Fred's going to help demonstrate that and perhaps a few variations on that. So he's going to come up to the mat.
For puppy pose, we'll start out in tabletop position. Your knees are hip distance apart, hands, starfish hands. From here we will transition out into puppy pose. So our arms will come down to the mat. Our hips will be up toward the sky. And you just reach out as far as you can with your hands. Feel that stretch. You're going to hold this pose for about 30 seconds to 1 minute. If you're comfortable, you can put your head down on the mat. A little bit of a twist, we can move our hands over to the right side of our mat. You'll feel that compression in your right hip, stretch in your left hip. We'll make it back to center. Try to also feel this in your arms as well. Feel that stretch. And here we move our hands over to the left side of the mat. And you should feel the compression in your left hip, stretch in your right hip. Move your hands back to center. And for another variation on this pose, you could put your hands behind your head. Keep your head on the mat. You can put your hands in prayer pose. You can clasp your fingers together. Whatever's comfortable for you. And when you're ready, you can stand those hands back out from that and transition back up into tabletop. Stand tabletop.
Thank you, Fred. From tabletop position, we're going to do our cat and our cows this morning. So just reach up your alignment. Like Fred said, starfish hands, looking back through, should not be able to see your toes. Inhale, belly drops down for cow, gaze looks up. Exhale, navel pulls into spine, and back curves out. And exhale down. Inhale up. Inhale, cow, gaze looks up. Exhale, cat. And one more. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cat. Let's get ready for our chest opener here. Get your kickstand out. And let that right arm open up to the sky. Let it tip back over your shoulder. Gaze looks up. Breathing in and out. And back down. Left kickstand is up. Arm reaches up. And return to tabletop. going to do some variations on using the down dog today. So if any time it's too much for you, just let yourself return to tabletop position or go to child's pose. So we're going to kind of do it in steps here. So for right now, tuck your toes, put your hands out in front of you a little bit more, and push up for down dog. Let yourself get a good stretch, kind of rocking back and forth. And we're going to do that groovy mood where you just let your body come around to both sides. And then just pedal your feet out a little bit. We're going to cross that left foot over the right. And return it to center. And cross that right leg over the left. We're going to let ourselves knees come to mat. And let's just do a quick child's pose here for a moment. Maybe think about your intention, bringing your focus back to your yoga practice today. When you're ready, let's come back up to tabletop position and get ready to go to down dog again. Toes tuck. And we lift up. I watched a cooking show and she had a little saying. She would say, ready, steady, commit. So are you ready? We're feeling steady. See if you can lift that right leg up for a three-legged down dog. Good job. Return. Let yourself go back. Get yourself ready. Steady, commit, and lift that other leg. And let's come back down into prayer. Good job. And when you're ready, come back. We'll get ourselves set up for another down dog. Toes are tucked, and we're going to lift. Let's just try this. Put your pressure into your left hand and lift off your right for a moment. Just to give it a try. This time, pressure and weight on your right hand and lift your left hand. And let's take a break. Good job. I know it's scary, isn't it? Scary to let it go. And let's come to a child's pose for just a moment. When we're ready, steady, we're going to try to reach our right hand back towards our left leg. We don't actually have to touch it, but it gives us a gentle twist. And then we're going to try the opposite hand. So if you need to make sure your hands are nice and ready for this, give them a workout, rub them a little, dry them off, spread out on the mat, toes are tucked, up we go. Ready, steady, push into that left hand, right hand comes back to left leg. Return to the mat. Ready, steady, weight goes into right hand, left hand comes back to leg. Good job. And back down to mat. And take a little bit of a breath. This really puts extra strength building into your arm muscles, into your shoulders. You might feel a little sore tomorrow morning, but it will pay off in the long run. So good job on the down dog variations. We're going to do down dog one more time. So tuck toes up to down dog, and then coming together in a forward fold. You can do ragdoll arms and let the head hang heavy. And when you're ready, rise one vertebrae at a time. Let's take a moment with our hands to heart center. A breath in and out as we prepare for our warrior flow. We're going to start in crescent warrior. We're going to start with our left foot back. Crescent means we're on the ball of our foot. The right knee is bent in front of us. You should be able to look down and see your toes. When you're ready, hips to the forward, hands on hips, hands to heart center, and when you're ready, hands go up. You can let yourself lower to get a nice stretch in the legs. Breathing in and out. Bringing your hands to heart center. We're going to do an open turn here. We're going to turn at the waist. We're going to open our arms to the side of the mat, or a twist. Breathing in and out. And then return to center. And we're going to do this again, turning, arms open up. And returning to center. Breath in, a turn, arms open up. And back to center. Step together, feet are together. You can do a couple toe lifts here. Preparing to do the other side. So when you're ready, back on the balls of the right foot. The left knee is bent this time. Hips are forward. Get yourself lined up. Head toward the ceiling. Hands to heart center. Knee is bent, toes are forward. And when you're ready, arms go up. And let yourself have a lunge with your legs. Breathing in and out. Bringing hands to heart center. Turning toward the left. Let the arms open up. Returning to heart center. Turn toward the left. Arms open up.